Alright, so I just checked this valve adjustment. You can hear it, it kind of sounds tinny, but it didn't do that before. It doesn't change with RPMs, but it changes with load. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Runs really, really good. It's not mixing oil and coolant. She runs really good. The blow by, the moisture in the crankcase is clearing up. That means we get to have Otis back. I gotta find a way to get this truck to my house. I gotta take Otis home. I think he left it unlocked. I need to get Otis gone soon. I gotta put the cold air intake back on. That goes for the trans swap, but Otis for sale, 8 grand, come and get them. Look at that damage. That looks worse with the wheel turned. Yeah. All you Ford guys, I found Otis's gay cousin. I'll have to celebrate Pride Month. Sunday now, so we're getting this whole transmission swap all together. I got the front drive shaft there, so that way everything can be together. If one of you guys come and buy it, need to get that sold. We were gonna put the NV in this, but I realized, you know, I bought this truck as an automatic because I wanted an automatic, and after driving some other manual trucks around, it kind of made me change my mind. I'm gonna stick with the automatic. That's just me. Now we're gonna go get the rest of this stuff from Josh's and go from there. Alright, here she is, the turbo. I put the intake back on because it sounds cooler. But as probably Tuesday, we're going to start tearing this thing down and start stripping it for parts if anybody needs anything, unless somebody wants to buy it as is. The engine runs very, very strong for what it is. But if I were to sell the drivetrain, I'd probably say 4 grand for literally the engine, transmission, transfer case. But if anybody wants anything out of Otis, like I said, we're gonna start parting this thing out. Wheels, mirrors, doors, cab. Cab has one issue on the cab mount, and then a couple of little minor issues down there, but nothing crazy. Bed, bumper, any of the coolers, like any of this stuff. If anybody needs anything, let me know. But yeah, I think we're gonna end up parting this whole thing out if anybody needs anything. But she runs great, drives great. Just at this point, I haven't gotten any serious offers in about a week or two, so we're just gonna let her go. Josh has been driving it. To be fair, he's been driving it for like 2 or 3 weeks. So Josh is meticulous about stuff like that. So I'll show you guys what we have at home as well. But you guys can see we have the plastics for the steering column on top of everything else. So we have pretty much a complete trans swap. Alright, so we got everything unloaded with the help of the neighbor. So we have an NV 5600 4-wheel drive, 2 rear drive shafts. One is for a 2-wheel drive, one is for a 4-wheel drive. We have center console, floor shifter, steering column stuff, the clutch pedal that is needed, a front drive shaft, and a transfer case and a clutch. That is everything that I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a tarp over all of this. That's just a trash pile there. And if anybody wants anything, also if anybody wants these TIS wheels, I have 3 of the center caps. Probably just going to sell those 2 because we don't technically need them. We need a 5-lug setup. But there you go. That's all for sale. Let me guys know. I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions in this. Do you guys want motovlogs and anything to do with motorcycle stuff? going to try to do it on this channel, but if I have to make another channel, who would support that other channel? Because we are going to be trying to do some moto vlogs here. But other than that, if you guys need any work or need any of this stuff, feel free to send me a message. Facebook, steve@cpstevemiller.com, or just my website or any of that. But let me know. So we got some time to kill on a Sunday, and some of you guys enjoy the bike stuff. So going through cleaning all the oil off of everything. I got the sprocket off, 45 tooth Vortex sprocket. This is going to be getting replaced. I got a... I forget, I think it was a 16 tooth in the front. This chain is kind of shot, I'm realizing. You're able to like spin it way too far both directions. I can hit the tire. So I'm taking the time now to kind of like clean all this stuff off, since we are going to be replacing the chain, sprockets, all that. It's like 450 bucks. And yeah, I had the time. So probably I'm going to try to see if I can't get this chain to last like 2 more weeks until all the parts come in. Chain guard should be here this week. I think Tuesday that'll be in here, the extended one. And that's where we're at with this. Just kind of getting everything all cleaned up. Got a pressure washer out and all that, so trying to do what I can. Got the rear brake off so I can kind of get in here. I got the other side good. Now it's this side I got to really start working towards. So there's the after. Looks a lot nicer. Cleaned all that off. Yeah, it looks a lot better. There's what was all stacking up. Looks a lot nicer.
Tight now?
Yeah, it's pretty tight. I think it's above spec. Here's all the crud that came out of there. And put this at the end of the video I did today. But all of that, it actually looks good now. There's no oil and shit back in there. Chain actually looks really good, so we'll run it for a little bit. There's definitely some O-rings missing, but that's good. We'll see how quick it, loosens up. No, it's definitely missing some O-rings. Otherwise, I would. That caliper looks a lot nicer. I did this caliper too. But like, if you look at the chain, you can see like that O-ring's bulging out. There's a few where you can see it's kind of pushed to one side or the other. So it definitely needs it. I got maybe 2 weeks left on this chain. There was a few links that I saw, 1 or 2 of them where like it was pushed off to one side because the O-ring were gone. I know when they race these things, they cut the O-rings out, but yeah, this one right here, that O-ring's definitely gone on that one. That one's gone. So that's 2 right in a row. But definitely looks a lot better. Got all the oil off of that. And it's dark. I got all the oil out of there. If I keep this thing long enough, maybe we'll get an actual extended swing arm instead of the factory one. That'll drop some weight too, because that's a beefy unit. But she looks good. Put her back into spec, and I'll wait till tomorrow to run it. For those interested, looks pretty good. We're waiting on, got this side deleted. So hopefully, eventually we get to throw a 750 motor in there. Look how clean that engine is. So hopefully this motor lasts long enough. But that's gonna pretty much do it. She looks a lot better. The Skeeter, get off there.